Tinubu has Parkinson disease. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. 10,000 toilets to be constructed across FCT by 2025. As the 2023 general election draws nearer, several key deadlines instated by the Independent. The rumor is rife that the All Progressive Congress presidential candidate Bola Ahmed Tinubu is afflicted with Parkinson disease. Several videos online captures his right hand shaking uncontrollably. On other occasions, he was assisted by balance by people nearby or was found dozing off at public events. Yet, nobody could speak with certainty, at least for now, that Asiwaju is diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. The candidate also has not disclosed information about his health condition. When the ICIR contacted his campaign organization in August for confirmation, mum was the word. The only hint about Tinubu's medical condition probably was conveyed in Professor Wole Soyinka's criticism of Emilio Cruz's songs by the members of Paris Confraternity. The professor of literature, while condemning the song, alluded to a Pan-African historian and writer, Cyril Lionel Robert James, who also was afflicted with PD before he died in 1989. According to Soyinka, the Trinidadian historian suffered from Parkinson's disease but remained alert, lucid and combative for decades after the onset of the disease. That reference, some concluded, was a dead giveaway. Soyinka unwittingly let the cat out of a bag. Notwithstanding, researchers have linked hand tremors to Parkinson's disease, though the incident rates in Africa are lower than those reported for European and North American populations. A longitudinal study conducted by University of Lagos Professor of Neurology Okubadejo Njideka and others, few genetic studies of PD have been reported from Africa and none in blacks. But that was the 2006 research. In several studies published by the Lancet and authoritative science journal, Parkinson's disease is described as a brain disease that affects body function. In the early stage, the system is barely noticeable on one's hand. Over time, the condition worsens as the disease progresses. The main motor symptoms of Parkinson's disease, according to the studies, are tremors, stiffness, and loss of balance or slow movement. While the non-motor symptoms include memory loss, daytime sleepiness, leaking of urine, constipation, depression, psychosis, fatigue, and others. At sometimes, the speech also gets slurred. Those who have come close to Asiwaju confirm that he exhibits some of these symptoms. While visiting the Emir of Gombe Palace last Saturday, BAT dozed off. At the Arewa lecture in Kaduna last year, he also missed his steps and stumbled. And at the All Progressive Congress convention held at Eagle Square in Abuja, he staggered down the stairs while going to make his speech. Researchers confirmed that Parkinson's disease can be debilitating because there is no cure yet. While medication can significantly improve symptoms, and the victims can live up to a ripe age while walking. For instance, CLR James lived the ripe age of 88 before he died of a chest infection. Muhammad Ali, the boxer, coped with shaking hands and poor balance since 1984 when doctors diagnosed him with Parkinson's disease. He lived for 32 more years before he died at the age of 74. Award-winning actor Alan Alda, 86, announced in 2018 on CBS This Morning television news show that he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. He tweeted 4 years ago, "My life is full. I act, I give thanks, and I do my podcast, which I love. If you get a diagnosis, keep moving." Today, the man is still alive and perhaps still juggling balls as he was found doing on Twitter years ago. But none of these guys has sought to lead their country as president, like Mr. Tinubu does. And that is why the odds stack higher against the All Progressive Congress candidate. The man wants to superintend over a nation of 200 million population for 1,461 days, starting from May 29th, when he will be exactly 71 years, 2 months old. Assuming Asiwaju is diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, how could the disease affect his presidency if elected in 2023? The ICRL sought the opinions of neurologists in Nigeria and abroad, through interviews and the published works. One of them is Onwekwe Ikenna, a professor of clinical neurology and internal medicine, and the Faculty of Medical Sciences, University of Nigeria, Nsukka. And Ikenna stressed that Parkinson's disease is a chronic progressive neurodegenerative disease noted for its clinical features of motor and non-motor nature, including cognitive impairment. There are other causes of Parkinsonism and other Parkinson's disease. Only a competent neurologist can make the distinction. But the clinical outcomes of the Parkinson's disease and other causes of Parkinsonism are similar. He said, because of the progressive neurodegenerative nature of Parkinson's disease, it can be very disabling and deter patients from performing day-to-day activities to the next expected of a healthy person. He explained, fatigue is very common in more than 80% of the cases, and motor and non-motor features may make it impossible to function physically and mentally over time. The medications only serve to retard progression and provide temporary symptom control. The side effects can also be troublesome and difficult. Over time, the individual with Parkinson's disease gets worse physically and mentally, despite medications. A few surgical procedures on the brain may eliminate tremors, but the other features worsen down the road. Parkinson's disease in the early stages may be able to function to a restricted extent with adequate treatment, but the prognosis worsens over time. Such people are best advised to gradually reduce undertaking physical and mental duties that have difficulty performing. Mistakes can be made in such duties with significant impact on the person or system, including serious and often fatal personal injuries as falls become more frequent over time. So such parents are often advised to stay away from the demanding jobs, especially a demanding job like the presidency. Parkinson's disease reduces lifespan and death comes earlier than expected from a variety of complications. Ikenna, whose current research focuses on epilepsy and stroke, listed notable figures around the world who pulled back from public life due to Parkinsonism, such as Michael J. Fox, Jesse Jackson, Muhammad Ali, Billy Graham, Linda Ronstadt, and George W. Bush. Fitness for presidency should include having requisite good mental and mental health. In addition to that stated criteria, the job requires someone who is up on top of his or her game. He concluded, alright, this is actually, we don't know for sure if Tinubu has PD. I don't know for sure, but if he does, then I don't see why he should be out running for presidency instead of receiving care from the people who claim. Instead of receiving care from people who claim to love him, he should go and retire, as in he should go and rest. Alright, on this note, we've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.